The baby's soft crying trembled through the quiet airport lounge, barely louder than a whisper, yet heavy enough to break hearts. A young mother sat alone in the corner, rocking her little boy with trembling hands, her eyes red from exhaustion.
People walked past her without looking, some annoyed, some pitying, most indifferent. But one man stopped. He stood still, watching silently, realizing that he was witnessing more than tiredness. He was witnessing silent heartbreak. That man was about to change her life forever, and he didn't even know it yet. Her name was Ana Lopez, 24 years old, once full of dreams, now holding on to life by frayed threads. Her son, Milo, only 8 months old, rested against her chest, crying from hunger and discomfort. For the past 2 nights, Anna hadn't slept, working double shifts at a cleaning service, then rushing to the airport for a flight she could barely afford. She whispered to Milo through cracked lips, "I know, baby. I'm trying. Just a little longer, please." The flight from Dallas to New York was the only way she could attend her mother's funeral. She had missed the last call with her mother because she was working. That guilt was eating her alive. Her husband? Gone. He left the day she told him she was pregnant, taking their savings and leaving a note. "I'm not ready for this life." Since then, every day had been survival. When boarding was announced, Anna stood but felt her body sway. Her wallet held only $11, not enough to buy formula. Her stomach twisted in shame as she counted the bills again, hoping they would magically multiply. The baby's crying grew louder, and eyes turned sharply toward her. Someone muttered under their breath, "People like her shouldn't bring babies on planes." Another shook his head. "Some mothers just don't know how to handle their kids." Each word stabbed deeper than the last. A flight attendant approached, voice clipped. "Ma'am, the baby needs to be quiet. Passengers have complained." Anna's voice cracked. "I know. I'm trying. He hasn't eaten properly since yesterday." The attendant sighed, more annoyed than concerned, and walked away. Anna felt tears burning. She was seconds away from breaking apart completely. That's when a calm voice spoke from behind her. "Excuse me, may I help?" She turned and saw a tall man, maybe early 30s, wearing a simple gray sweater and jeans, nothing flashy. Warm eyes, soft smile, gentle presence. "I'm Ethan," he said kindly. "I'm not trying to intrude. I just noticed you seem overwhelmed. I have 2 nieces I help care for. Maybe I can try holding him?" Anna hesitated, years of mistrust tightening her chest. I'm not sure," she whispered. "You can sit right next to me. I won't move," he reassured. Desperation outweighed fear. Hands shaking, she placed baby Milo into Ethan's arms. Instantly, almost unbelievably, Milo quieted. Ethan gently rocked him against his shoulder, humming softly. Anna stared, stunned. Her body finally relaxed against the seat, heavy with months of exhaustion. "How?" she began. Ethan smiled. "Sometimes babies just need calm energy and a steady heartbeat." For the first time in months, Anna closed her eyes. Without intending to, her head leaned onto Ethan's shoulder. Her body surrendered to sleep, deep, dreamless, needed. 2 hours later, the captain announced landing. Anna woke abruptly, realizing she had been asleep on a complete stranger. "I'm so sorry," she said, pulling back, embarrassed. "I shouldn't have—" "It's all right," Ethan interrupted gently. "You needed rest." Milo still slept peacefully against his chest. Something in his voice, calm, sincere, without judgment, made tears spill from Anna's eyes. "Everything is falling apart," she whispered. "I'm trying to be strong, but I'm failing so badly." Ethan didn't interrupt. He listened, really listened. the way no one had in years. She told him about the funeral, the rent she owed, the broken stroller she couldn't afford to replace. When she finished, she shook her head and said, "I don't know why I'm telling you all of this." Ethan smiled gently. "Because sometimes strangers are safer than the people we know." As passengers stood to leave, Ethan reached into his backpack and handed her a small, sealed envelope. "Before you say no, please open it later, not here." Anna frowned. "Why?" "Because I want it to feel like hope, not charity." He handed her a business card. It read, "Ethan Rivers, CEO and founder, Rivers Foundation for Single Parents." Anna stared, speechless. She had seen the foundation on news stories, helping single mothers with housing, employment training, and child support. "Why didn't you tell me who you were?" she whispered. Ethan's voice softened. "I wanted to help without you feeling small. People open their hearts when they don't feel judged." Anna looked down, overwhelmed. He continued softly, "My mother raised me alone. I know the strength and the pain that comes with that path." Before she could speak, his driver arrived. Ethan squeezed her shoulder lightly. "Open the envelope when you're ready, and call me if you need anything. You deserve a life filled with dignity and peace." And then he was gone. Later that evening, after the funeral, Anna remembered the envelope. Hands shaking, she opened it. Inside were 2 items. A check for $20,000 labeled "For Milo's Future and Yours." A letter handwritten by Ethan. "Strength isn't never falling. It's standing back up every time life knocks you down. You are not alone anymore. If you are willing, I would be honored to help you rebuild." Anna held Milo to her chest, sobbing, but for the first time they were tears of relief. She whispered into his hair, "I think our miracle just found us." The camera fades on her looking out the window toward the sunrise, hope growing where despair once lived. Sometimes God sends angels disguised as ordinary people. And sometimes the smallest act of kindness becomes the turning point in someone's entire life. Share this story if it touched your heart, because kindness can change the world, one soul at a time.